Okay, guys, this is my weekly report for January 2, 2025. We're starting a new year. We're out here fishing today, and look what I caught. Hold it up. Look at that big boy. Caught a nice one. You know, we're up north fishing in the Delta, and the water you can see down about a foot. It's very doable. The water's 53 degrees, so we're not slaughtering them, but the fish are big. So okay, go let it go before he has a heart attack. So anyway, guys, we caught some bass, and Denise caught that big striper. It's probably a little over 15 pounds, but it's a little bit tough out here yet. But the water clarity is just starting to clear up, and the fishing should start perking up here pretty soon. So other than that, the ocean's been hella rough. So there's not much going on there. Can't even get out. It's just terrible. The waves that were crashing into Santa Cruz the other day and broke the wharf. They were huge waves, and it's just been too rough to get out there to do any kind of ocean fishing. So the commercial crab season, I think it's going to open. I think it opened yesterday. I'm not quite sure if they let them go out or not, but I think January 1 was the opening date. If they did, then you should start seeing some Dungeness crabs in the supermarket, and especially at the Asian markets where they have live ones, and the price will probably come down because it's been in that $15 a pound, for the ones that they get from Morgan and Washington. So anyway, Dungeness crab season still going on around here. Ocean's been too rough, so not a lot of people have been getting out, and it runs all the way through June. So you have till summertime, to go get those Dungeness crabs. I haven't even gone out this year, and it doesn't even look like I'm going to have time to get out there and go. So other than that, inside the bay, haven't heard too much. I'm pretty sure the shark fishing's still pretty good. Halibut, I think a lot of the stripers are starting to move in the system now, I hope. The water on the Sacramento side still real dirty. I was out boat riding around last week around Liberty, and I can only see an inch. So the San Joaquin's doable. You can see about maybe 5 to 10 inches around Big Break and 3 Mile. And I know guys that are catching them on bait over there. They're using shad and sardines. Um, Tim was drifting mudsuckers catching them. It's not a slaughter, but you get your limits. And then if you run in further, when you get in past Tiki towards Stockton, it gets clear where you can almost see down 2 feet. And those stripers will find that area here pretty quick. So this places to go look. Once we get a week of decent weather, it should break loose, and we should have a really good striper season. But other than that, the sturgeon fishing, I know a lot of guys, the guides have kind of put it on the back burner now. They'll probably start out here pretty quick, start doing it again. With the water conditions in the Sacramento River, it's perfect conditions, so there'll probably be a lot of guys on the banks over at Hood and around Merritt Island. Those are some good spots to fish off the bank. They catch a lot of sturgeon, but you got to remember, you still have to have a report card, but you can't keep any. So you can't keep any sturgeon, and you have to release them all, but you still have to have that report card. And make sure you guys fill them out when you go, whether you hooked one and landed and released it, because that's how they get their counts. And in the past, nobody sends them in, and nobody writes down anything, so they don't get no count. And that's what happens, is they shut the season down on us. So you got to report it. So fill out them report cards and fill them out. So the stripers, if you're looking to go stripers, go on the San Joaquin side around 3 Mile, and I would use bait. And you're going to anchor up in anywhere from probably 20 to 25 feet of water. And I got quite a few friends that have been bait fishing, and they've all been catching their limits, but it's not a slaughter. You have to sit out there most of the day, but the bites you get are keeper fish. So other than that, the lakes and stuff, it's hard to get out and go to any of these lakes now because some of them are closed, like Comanche's closed, New Melones closed. Make sure you call the lake and make sure they're open. they're still planting trout like at Comanche and stuff. So if you want to go there, you could fish off the bank. And if you have a kayak without electric motor, you could also take that. I'm pretty sure they'll let you go out in there and fish. So the most of the mother lode lakes are stocking trout. So if you want to fish off the bank, you can check with DFG's website and see where they've been planting, or call the lake and see if they've been planting, and go fish off the bank. You can catch them off the bank. So other than that, crappie fishing, I'd be up at Berryessa, but I'm a Delta guy, and my boat's been on the Delta, and they probably run me through that decontamination thing 3 or 4 times. Let me get out there on those lakes. So I haven't been. I want to go out there, but I just haven't been out there. So other than that, I think you guys, we got the ISE show coming. I think it's January 16th through the 19th. That's coming up. You could go online to the ISE SAC show and go to presenters, and you could see, when I'm on the tank. I go on the tank twice this year, and I'm on the theater 2 times. Other than that, I'll be hanging around in the Kuma booth with my nephew, Michael. He's a rep around here, so I'll hang around in his booth, and probably over at Gone Fishing Marine's booth. So every Saturday at 6:40 in the morning, I'm on California Sportsman's with Sepp Sendricks, and with Ultimate Bass Kent Brown on the first Saturday of the month. I go in the studio and I get on Kent's show also, but I'm always on Sepp's on California Sportsman's every Saturday, whether I'm in the studio or I call in or do the report. If you guys need to buy a new boat, wait till the boat show, because they got some really good prices on boats going up here pretty quick. And if you need fish finders or any of that stuff, go see Gone Fishing. Tell Mark that I sent you there, and he'll take care of you. And there's some guys that are doing these YouTube channels like the Blind Squirrel. You might want to tune in on him and subscribe with him, because he'll go out, and even if he doesn't do any good, I told him you need to talk to people and tell them how you're rigging up, how you're doing your setups and stuff. And he usually catches fish, and he videos everything, whether he catches them or not. And there's some local guides, Austin Wilson, and Kyler Perry. You could Google their names, J. Lo, Sergio Custa, Steve Mitchell, all these guys. You just Google their name, Don Paganelli. If you want to go out on the lake, he's a good guy to get a hold of. So that's, it's not much to report. So I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully the weather get better, and I'll get onto some fish, and I'll let you guys know. So thanks for watching. And Denise did catch that fish. I'm just kidding. All right, thanks.